Welcome to Trails in the Sky the Third. Let us continue from where we last left off. At the end of chapter 2. Oh boy. I'm so sorry, Kevin, I failed as your mother. But I'm so tired. I'm so tired. At least this way. At least this way, the two of us can... That dream again. How long is it going to take before it goes away? It had to happen on Rufina's big day, too. I was hoping I'd be able to stop worrying her when I got older. But at this rate... I'm sure she's plenty used to you worrying her already. Oh, it's you, Riaz. Don't scare me like that. How long have you been in here? The classic anime thing of having the childhood friend come wake you up. And thank you very much for the gifted membership, Warzag. So hello, and welcome Argoth. And hello to everybody lurking, anybody watching the VOD. For a while. We're supposed to be cleaning the chapel today, but you weren't getting up, so I came to check on you. You seem to be having a nightmare though, so I thought I'd wake you. Oh, okay. Sorry, Riaz. I was being a pain for you again, wasn't I? No more than usual. You've been a loser since the day I met you. I don't expect that to change anytime soon. Harsh. Ouch. Kick a guy while he's down, why don't ya? Well, whatever. We don't want to be late for breakfast on Rufina's big day. So let's go and get this done. Alright. Rufina? Oh. Good morning, you two. I wasn't expecting to see you here this early. Are you on cleaning duty today? Yes, but... What are you doing up so early? You've got a long journey ahead of you. You need plenty of sleep or you're gonna be exhausted before you even get there. I mean, isn't Arteria ages away from here? Well, yes. But I won't be able to offer my prayers to Adios here again for quite some time. So I decided to get up early and pray for all the days I'm going to be missing too. Seriously? That's why? That's very you. Are you really going to be that busy though? I thought you might be able to come home from time to time at least. I wish I could say otherwise, but I probably will. I've only just become a squire, so there will be plenty of work in store for me. I'll be lucky to find time to sleep, never mind come home. I might be able to squeeze some time into my schedule once I've gotten the hang of the workload. But until then... Okay. And that's why you've got to sleep now while you still can. Come on, you've done enough praying for one day, so go back to bed until breakfast or something. You're so cold to me. What? How? I thought you'd want to make the most of the time you've got left with me, but it's like you don't even want me here. Did I do a bad job at raising you? No, I never said I didn't want you here. And you might have done a lot for me, but raising me is a stretch. It's okay. He's just embarrassed. He's actually more than happy to talk to you. He's just terrible at showing it. Oh, get over yourself! Is that so now? I should have known. You're such a typical boy, Kevin. They all act indifferent to avoid letting their loved ones know just how much they care. And don't forget, he's at that rebellious age too. How have I managed to survive being twisted around your fingers for so long? Is trying to toy with the hearts of innocent young boys a family thing or what? Oh, I'd hardly say young. It's been about 5 years by now, you know? Ah, speaking of which, I think I'm starting to get a craving for some chocolate. Maybe I should pick some up on the way to the station. Quincy Bell, of course, for obvious reasons. Oh, their new mint chocolate's my current favorite. The fresh aftertaste mixes in with the chocolate's flavors really well. I'll admit that does sound tempting, but I think I'm more in the mood for the classic milk this time. That flavor will always be a fun little trip down memory lane for me. Because of how we met? Kevin, you're disgusting. Oh, that's right. There was that whole scene with Kevin just sitting alone in an alleyway, and then all of a sudden, Rufino with the chocolate in her mouth kissing him. That was certainly an interesting introduction to the character. Right. Yo, what's up, Wasabi? And welcome, Sleepy Fork. Dude looks like he has a spider on his forehead. He kinda does, yeah. A green spider. Why? I think we all get that warm and fuzzy feeling when we look back on it. After all, the day you came to live with us, Kevin, was the start of many, many new and wonderful memories. I treasure every single one I made during these 5 years. They're all priceless to me. Then why did you decide to become a squire and leave us? It just doesn't seem like the right job for you. Even if you wanted to be in the church, couldn't you have become a sister at the chapel in town or something? I'm sorry, Kevin. Apparently, I've just got the aptitude for it, or so I've been told. I feel like the best thing I can do is make use of that and try to help people in the best way I can. Of course, there's always the chance I won't be cut out for it at all and will have to come home anyway. There's no way a girl as naive as you is gonna be any good with the kind of crazy tough stuff you'd have to do. You better come straight back home once you've had enough. Nod. Nod. Really? Well, if it does come to that, I'll be expecting a nice, warm welcome from the two of you. And with that, I believe this conversation has done a lovely job with helping you procrastinate cleaning for long enough. Should I lend a hand? If we're going to do the job, we might as well do it perfectly and have the whole chapel sparkling. Hello, Battle Clocker, and welcome, Steve. Golden Road, Silver Road. How's all of this going to tie into the story? Because the voice speaking to us has to be Rufino, right? Or maybe the goddess speaking through her. You never know. Yo, what up, pun? Ta-da! Two lights. I wonder if the other one could be... Of course, it's a pair. You can't have one without the other. And that is very unfortunate, pun. Although, good luck that you won the slots, but yeah. It's only when you're poor. Anyways. Time to do my best bird voiceover. Scree? What just happened? Julia? Did you not leave for a training exercise on board the Arcel? I'm so relieved to see you safe, Your Highness. I see Sieg is with you too. Scree? He is, but I'm not quite sure what's going on. What? Hey yo! A long time no see. Hi, Chloe. Nod. I sure wasn't expecting to run into you here. What are you all doing here? Oh. It's good to see you again, Chloe. And Sieg too, of course. You two look well. Thank you. I'm not sure what to say. I feel like I should be waking up any moment now, but I'm not sure I even want to. Scree! I see. We found ourselves in quite the predicament, haven't we? I'm relieved to hear that the empty Grand Soul you found wasn't the real city at least, but still. Unfortunately, that doesn't necessarily rule out the real capital being in danger. We're dealing with something that has such great power, it can create a flawless replica of a vast city. There's no telling how far its influence could extend. Ria's, surely there's no need to worry her so. We have nothing to gain from shying away from the truth. If anything, she's helping me better understand the gravity of the situation we're in. I'd like to help with the investigation if I can. I'm not sure I could do much more than what you're already doing, but I won't drag you down. Scree! But, Your Highness. I'm sorry, Julia, but I'm afraid nothing you can say will change my mind. I may not fully understand the situation we're in, but I do know that it threatens the safety of our capital, perhaps the whole nation. I'd be a disgrace as a crown princess if I were to just stand by and do nothing, while the people I will one day rule over are threatened. Wow, you're amazing, Chloe. As you wish, Your Highness. Well, welcome to the team. Great, I'll do what I can. So, is our next destination that teleportation circle at the end of the sealed area? Yeah, that should let us travel to the next area. Or, by the sounds of it, to the next plane. Yeah. That appears to be the technical name for the various areas that make up the land we're in. It's a concept used in the Septian Church too. Our world is made up of a number of planes or realms situated on top of one another. At the top is the sky where the goddess dwells. Below that is the earth where we live. And at the bottom lies Gehenna, where sinners are judged. Those are the main three, but in between them, there are countless other planes or realms too. So in other words, the farther down we descend, the less the blessings of the goddess will be able to reach us? Hey, can you not say stuff like that? With all the creepy monsters roaming around, it's freaky enough around here as it is. You sound like a child who's afraid to walk around the house when the lights are off. Although, I suppose that does make sense, given that you truly are a child. I am so not a child. Ahem. Anyway. I like how it's the child saying this. Alright. What up, Zero? How you liking Sky Third? So far, honestly, been a lot of fun. I know people have some complaints about the gameplay. I'm fine with it. It's a little bit of grinding, but it do be like that sometimes. The story bits that are here, though, are quite fascinating, so that's mainly what's keeping me going or motivated through the game. If that fake Grand Soul was the second plane, the next one's the third, right? I mean, it sounds obvious, but I'm not sure it's all going in one clear direction, or if we might run into a fork at some point. I think straightforward is a safe enough assumption to make for now. And while we might not know what that Lord of Phantasma wants with us, we know it's nothing good. So even if it's not like that, that doesn't change how ugly this could get. So let's get ready for just about anything. Who knows what's waiting for us up ahead. Something wrong, Rios? If you think you might have figured something out, the rest of the class would love to hear about it. No, it's nothing important. You're right. We should start getting ready to leave. It may be worth our while to investigate some of the doors we've encountered thus far, too. Yeah, I don't know what's up with those things, but there sure are a ton of them. At the very least, they don't seem to have been placed by any of our foes. I'm all in favor of investigating them, too. Alright. Chloe... Ooh, we got some people here who we really need to be leveling up. Let's get Vander in here.
Do it!
Vander and... Chloe's...
Together now!
I forgot. Was this a game you guys said that it wouldn't really be possible? No, it should be. I mean, I can always go back and grind in the previous levels if I really want to level everybody up, but... This is fine. We can have, like, one underleveled member of the party, I suppose. Chloe without Sieg would like most of her crafts, which would suck. That is true. The negative 30 to defense is really powerful. Next to nothing that's perma-missable in this game? Awesome. That was my main complaint about some of the previous games. Although I'm sure you guys already know that. Ooh. Beep beep. Oh, that's right. I bought these for Julia. So I suppose I can swap them off of her if she's not in the main party. Later games are much nicer in letting you know there's something there. Cool beans. Like, I know that's kind of a classic thing with JRPGs, and having their little secrets that you have to really explore around in order to discover. But that also just means, like, missed content. So I'm glad that they have a system for it, at least. Looking good in the slash art. Gotta get your money up? I could sell some Sepith and get it up. Like, I have plenty of Sepith. I don't think I really need anything right now, though, is the thing. We'll save it for... I could give you a cast 2, if that's the thing that I can actually make. Wait, time... Yeah, I can. Cost me 200. That's both of my time Sepith, but like this is really good to have. Especially on Chloe, of all people. Alright. And as we currently are, we should be fine to progress. That being said... We already did that one. We still have yet to get Shira. We have done that one. This one we'll eventually be able to do. The boy with eyes of amber and the princess with an indomitable will. So actually I need to get Joshua and Chloe together. Okay. I'm sorry, Vander.
You ready?
Okay. Watching me cast 2 in the next 15 minutes. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Alright. The Fist of Steel. We still need Zin. We already done the first Sun Door. Okay. Yeah, it sucks that Vander has to be on the bench. Like, the game is kind of forcing my hand here, if I'm being honest. Despite how, like, cool his moves are. Story time! What up, Insaniac? I shall grant to you a memory fragment and my blessing. Breaking news! Liberal News Special Issue. The Flying City falls. Liberal is safe once more. Glory to the young bracers who saved us all from crisis. Featured story, the Liberal Arc collapses. Enigmatic object gone in a flash. The mysterious structure that appeared last month over Valeria Lake disappeared as suddenly as it came, collapsing loudly in a giant mountain of rubble into the lake. Many of our readers may have witnessed the moment for themselves, but it seems that it was visible not only from Liberal, but from the southern edge of the Empire and from Calvard as well. A small minority argue that the structure may have been a new weapon belonging to the Royal Army, but this turn of events seems to conclusively rule out that possibility. How many doors have you found? 2, maybe 7, if we're counting all the sun, moon doors. The collapse of the Liber Arc also caused a 2 Arge high tsunami around the edges of the lake, but so far there have been no reports of serious injuries, fatalities, or missing persons as a result of this. That's actually kind of a miracle, not gonna lie. It's 2 Arge high? Like, Jesus. Unfortunate fishermen. The worst that seems to have been reported is a number of unfortunate fishermen who were unable to escape in time getting covered in water. What was the Liber Arc? According to an investigation by the Royal Guard and Bracer Guild, it was a flying city from ancient Zemurian times. How exactly it came to be above Valeria Lake to begin with, or what caused it to collapse, remains to be confirmed. But it appears to be without a doubt that the international crime syndicate, known as the Society, was somehow involved. While this has yet to be officially confirmed, reports suggest that an investigation team in the city encountered a group of Crimson soldiers there supporting the above theory. This place is just one mystery after another, but we can't let those guys get away with any more than they already have, said a member of the team. Furthermore, Zeiss Central Factory and the Royal Army are planning to continue investigating the Liber Arc, and to this end we will be launching a combined salvage operation. So you found 7 doors in total? I think so. I'll have to check again. We've done quite a few of them by now. Recovering from the shutdown. Around the time of the Liber Arc's collapse, the orbital shutdown phenomenon that tormented the whole of the country finally ceased. As a result, many now believe that the city caused the phenomenon, but no conclusive proof of this has been established, and we can only await further research into the issue. The orbital shutdown phenomenon and the chaos that was created as a result has been a sobering reminder of just how dependent all of us are on orbits in our daily lives. Perhaps something similar may never happen again, but this is still a good opportunity to reflect on just how much we owe to orbits, and perhaps to try and reduce our reliance on them. Crown Princess Claudia's been busy! What a weird title. As previously reported, Her Highness Princess Claudia is now this nation's crown princess. As a result, we will be referring to her as such in all publications moving forward. Crown Princess Claudia wasted no time after assuming her position in meeting with Prince Olivert of the Erebonian Empire, and together, they reconfirmed our two nations' relationship with one another. After the discussions, they both boarded the Arcel together. It's widely expected that this meeting will contribute to ensuring peaceful relations with Erebonia in the future. In addition, the pair plan to both be in attendance at the upcoming banquet to be held at Gransel Castle. We will bring you all the latest on that in due time. Closing thoughts. As you all know, our homeland illiberal has fallen victim to a vast number of calamities over the past year. There was the coup d'etat, the bizarre changes at the tetracyclic towers coming under the assault of an ancient dragon, our capital being attacked, and finally, the Liberarch's appearance as already discussed in this very issue. What you may not know, however, is that there is a group of young men and women who were involved in the resolution of all these crises. Their steel-like will, and unyielding determination leading them to their conclusions. If not for them, these crises may not have been resolved or taken a turn for the worse. I would like to take this opportunity to thank them for all they have done for us. Thank you. You are truly this nation's great hope. Yeah, we'll have to talk about it in Zaniac. Probably. That makes sense. Like, weekends would probably work out for most people. Credit but not by name. I think they specifically omitted our credit for the best, honestly. Like, if we became celebrities and we were unable to do our job, it would be pretty bad. They're shipping them? I think that makes sense. You know, the crown princess, the prince from another country. Although, I'm not really sure how Chloe's story is going to work out from here. We'll have to see. Dad's already a celeb? Yeah, for sure. Why do you have such a nice voice? Have you ever heard your own voice in recordings? I have. I mean, I don't know if it's a nice voice. I've gotten a lot of comments about it, but to me, that's just my normal speaking voice. Ugh. Or I suppose, like, announcement voice? I kind of do a bit of a voice when I'm reading the newspapers. But thank you very much, Hamza. If you guys are wondering what I'm doing, I'm just stretching. I don't know why. I guess I've been sitting here too long. Yeah. Alright. Oh god. What's taking you so long, Dorothy? Get a move on or I'm gonna leave you behind.
Wait! Wait for me!
Do you hate hearing your voice in recordings? That's a really good question, actually, because most people do. I am kind of indifferent about that. I don't really care that much. It's not pleasant, but it also isn't grating to the ears. That being said, I've also done this for 4 years, so maybe I've just gotten used to it. No time for waiting. If we take much longer, the banquet's gonna start without us. We're talking about a big celebration held by the Queen here. Being late isn't an option.
But I'm so hungry. I can't walk another step.
I have a horrible feeling I know what's going on here. You skipped lunch so you could eat more at the banquet, didn't you?
I didn't even eat breakfast. I haven't eaten nothing since yesterday. Going 30 hours without eating is making me feel all kinds of lightheaded.
What the hell were you thinking?
I can't move. Carry me.
Hell no. Come on, we're going. There's no way we can miss an occasion like this. There's gonna be ideas knows how many famous people there. First on the agenda is snapping a photo of Her Majesty and the Crown Princess. And then...
This actually isn't so bad.
Bruh. Need I remind you guys that Dorothy is the girl who got on the wrong airship and went to a different country altogether. At one point, this very capital was placed in grave danger. But thanks to the efforts of everyone here and many others, all is well. This humble banquet is intended to be an occasion to celebrate that fact, as well as to honor all those who contributed to making it a reality. If you would like, Claudia? Of course. All those invited to today's party contributed in one way or another to protecting the peace, a liberal by ending the peril we were faced with. Whether it was extending a helping hand to those in need, or working to fight off the threats that instilled fear in the hearts of our people. As this country's future monarch, I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to each and every one of you. Thank you all very much. Holding this party is nothing compared to all that you have done, but... We just made it!
We're finally here. Food! Someone give me food!
The hell are you doing? Eden can wait. You got pictures to take. The Crown Princess' speech might be finishing soon.
Oh, okay. Well, I do hope you will all enjoy your time here all the same. I'm sure you're all busy men and women, burdened by a great many responsibilities and concerns. But today I would ask that you all cast those aside in order to rest, relax, and enjoy yourselves. The food on offer here is some of the finest in Liberal, so by all means partake until you can no more. And may the goddess bless this nation. Ha 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 ha.
Chloe really is something else, huh? I'm not sure I could dress super nice, get up in front of a crowd like this, and make a big speech the way she just did. Yeah, she is. She said she wasn't feeling confident about how she'd do as Crown Princess before. But from where I'm standing, she's doing just fine. Seeing her is making me kinda jealous, though. I wish I could pull off fancy dresses the way she does. You got something to say, mister? Nah, it's nothing. You're just not all that girly most of the time, so it always takes me by surprise when you suddenly are.
What do you mean I'm not girly?
Sure. Lately we've been so busy with helping get Liberal back in shape, so I haven't even had time to go back home. But that doesn't mean I don't want to wear a pretty dress or something once in a while, you know. I know. Still, it really is surprising just how much you've grown even in these past few weeks. I have? Well, it's been pretty tough running up and down the country so much, but you've kept up with ease. And your judgments as a bracer are getting more spot on with every decision you make. Fancy dress or not, I think you're a pretty wonderful person, Estelle. I don't know why, but it's weird hearing you pile on the compliments so much. But what can I say? I'm glad that things seem to have finally calmed down a bit on the work front these past few days. The capital might not be entirely the way it was, but it's getting there. I think we can finally afford to take a breather. Yeah. Maybe. Oh, look! Look at all that food! The chefs in the castle supposedly made the entire spread, too.
There's no way I'm missing out on this. I didn't get to enjoy the food back during the birthday festivities, so now's my time to pig out big time. Hehe, I'm gonna eat until I barf. Stay right here, okay, Joshua? I'm gonna go scope out the goods.
She might have grown in some areas, but she's still got a ways to go in others. Got a ways to go. Hey, look! How you doing, Joshua? Estelle not here with you? She just went to get food a second ago, actually. You two here for more work? Are you two here more for work than fun? Bingo! There aren't many occasions where this many famous faces are gathered in one place. There's no way we could pass up the chance to come score some interviews. Don't think you're getting out of here without answering some questions either. We'll get to you two later. So no going home until you're speaking to us, alright? Alright. Great! Next up is the Crown Princess. Hop to it, Dorothy.
I can't go on. I need something to eat. Let me have something to eat.
Not until we're done. Questions asked, photos to take.
Why are you so mean?
He's even more fired up today than usual. I wonder how Estelle's doing. Uh-oh. That sounds about right. So much for scoping out the food. I suppose this is as good a chance as any. I owe a lot to the people here on a personal level, too. Maybe I should go around and thank them while I have the chance. Oh, gameplay time!
Phew, there sure are a lot of guests today. By all means, help yourself to any of the food here. It'll all taste much better while it's still hot. So when are you coming?
Hold on, I haven't even...
Oh, Joshua!
Hey man, big in the rounds? Something like that, yeah. Anything interesting going on with you?
Sort of. Agate said he was gonna come over for dinner in Zeiss a while back. So I was just asking him when he's free.
Oh, that's right. So he did. When we were getting off the RSL, right? I didn't really mean it, though. It was just one of those things you say in passing, but don't give much thought to. I ain't exactly swimming in free time, you know. Being a bracer is busy work. I like to go, sure, but I've got no idea if I'll actually have the time to do it.
But I've been looking forward to you coming ever since.
Okay. Let me think. Maybe the end of the month? That should be okay. I think that Friday's free. Think.
Really? Is that a promise?
Yeah, I guess. Well, his fate is sealed. Oh, Joshua! It's been a long time since I last saw you. It's good to see you again too, Professor. Although, speaking of the last time, I heard there's a plan in motion to pull up the Liber Arc from the lake and investigate it. You heard right. It'll be carried out in conjunction with the Royal Army. And why is that maid walking into you, Joshua? That's not to say it'll be easy, of course. Valeria Lake's fairly deep, so we can't start hauling up bits of the city all willy-nilly. So we're intending to work on making a map of the lake's bottom using sonar first, which is going to take quite some time as it is. Oh, man. Entire door that's just doing rounds. That isn't just the most Trails thing ever. Yeah. I mean, this is one of the parts of Trails that I really enjoy. We get the time to flesh out the characters and just hang out with them. Get to know them. Become attached to them. And then become heartbroken whenever they get hurt. Even the maids are crazy about Joshua. Everybody is. Except this lady over there. Just creepily staring at him. At Richard. You were able to make it, Richard? Thanks to Brigadier General Bright's generosity, yes. I received an official pardon from Her Majesty for my actions. Probably for foiling the Society's attack on Gransol, right? That's good news. I'm happy for you. I wish I could say the same, but I don't feel as though I deserve to be pardoned at all. Now that the nation is at peace, I feel this is the time I should be facing up to my crimes, not having them swept under the rug. I can't say I don't understand, but still. Please, Joshua, you needn't look so concerned. I have no intention of refusing Her Majesty's kindness or going against her will. I merely feel a strong desire to settle things within myself, and I fully intend on following through. That is all. All right then. Oh, I wasn't expecting to find you here. Still, thank you very much for your support during the attack on Gransol. It really did help us all. Oh, please. I only did what I did because it was one of His Excellency's bail conditions. Make no mistake, I wouldn't have helped any of you worthless drecks otherwise. You wouldn't think it would be so hard to accept a thank you. If hot, why evil? Why do you have to be this way? You could just be a nicer person, but whatever. We're delighted to see you were able to attend tonight's banquet. Please do enjoy yourself. The whole garden terrace is accessible to guests of tonight's party, so please don't feel restricted, and do enjoy yourself. Please do enjoy yourself. I'm terribly sorry, but I'm afraid you may not pass beyond this point. These stairs lead to Her Highness's private chamber. I've been up there quite a few times, actually. I fought to the death with Lo there, too, as well, so... Wait, Zero, you're into that? I'm not into that specifically. I'm just saying... You know, she would be a lot nicer if she was nice. It's all finally over. It just goes to show that if we endure, the goddess will eventually extend her hand of salvation to us all. That's reassuring to know. Poor Mr. Murdoch. Oh, Joshua. It's been quite some time since I last saw you. It has. I didn't know you were here, Mayor Claus. Why is that maid walking into you again? Are all the maids that into you? The mayors of each of Liberal's cities and towns were invited, I believe. I'm not sure why I was when I didn't do all that much to contribute to anything, but I decided to attend nonetheless. That's not true at all. I hear the food supplies that were delivered to Boss and Gransol were done so on your orders. That was particularly well received here, and we all know how dire things were at the time. You've got as much right to be here being thanked for your efforts as anyone else. It was? Well, that's certainly a relief to hear. Thank you very much for letting me know, Joshua. Do you need something to drink, sir? We have plenty available, alcoholic or otherwise. Oh, you needed to worry about us. The Academy suffered no major damage as a result of what happened. It was certainly a shock to the students, but they're all back to their usual cheery selves now. Thank you, Dumbledore. I'd heard the academy was actually occupied by armed assailants at one point. I was ever so worried when I first heard the news. It's a pleasure to see you again, Joshua. You too, Lila. Have you been well? I have, thank you. Although, I wish I could say the same for the mayor. She collapsed from overworking herself the other day. As such, I had no choice but to force her to take some time off work. That bad? I'm afraid so. She was finally able to rest and recover enough to my satisfaction, thankfully. So she's now returned to her duties. I assure you that she's in good hands. This is a party, isn't it? I don't think you'll find a banquet with a guest list quite like this anywhere. I used to be a businessman, so I've been to my fair share of occasions like this. But I've never been to any with this many famous people in attendance. That's all anybody can talk about. You two look comfortable. Oh, if it isn't Joshua. Care to join us for a few drinks? Don't be shy now. The night is only just beginning. But I want to see those exquisite amber eyes of yours swim before it comes to a close. I'm good, thanks. Aw, come on. We're at a celebratory banquet here. Don't be such a spoil sport. Oh, I know. Why don't we have a few drinks to celebrate you becoming a senior bracer at the same time? It feels like it was ages ago, but we never did get to celebrate your promotion. Only Estelle's. Say, Shira? About Luciola. Silly Joshua. What are you getting all worried about her for? You really needn't be. Shira's right. Especially not now. We all have our concerns and worries after all that happened over the past few weeks and months. But this is not the time to be thinking about them. This is the time to be making merry and drowning in fine drink. From sunset to sunrise. Right. I don't think there's ever a time for not making merry as far as you're concerned. He's got a point, though. Oh, and while I've got the chance to say this to you, no more going off on your own, you hear? You have no idea how worried Estelle was about you after you all disappeared. You last disappeared. I could barely bring myself to watch her. I won't. I've got no intention of doing anything like that again. I'm fine now. Well, if you say so. That docile expression of yours is so adorable, Joshua. Don't go showing off that face too much tonight, alright? Jeez. These people never change. Joshua's the definition of spoil sport. I can't disagree with you there, not gonna lie. Greetings, Joshua. I'd like to take this chance to thank you again for all your team did to thwart Ouroboros' schemes and return peace to Liberal. The debt of gratitude we owe you is beyond measure. Please, you're exaggerating, sir. We might have been the ones who entered the Liberal Arc, but we wouldn't have had a chance of success if we were on our own. It was only because of you, Richard, Kurt, and the others fighting on the ground that we were able to succeed. We can certainly say the same of you, though. Although, it is true that none of us could have brought about peace alone. Still, I've been wanting the chance to thank you personally for all you did. The faith we had in you to see your work through to the end was just what we needed to fight. Is there enough food available for you? If there's anything you would like more of, please feel free to let me know. Oh, it's you. I've heard you've been lending a hand with the restoration efforts in addition to all you did with the Liberal Arc. You have my thanks. You're quite welcome, sir. I wasn't expecting him to thank me. I wonder if something happened. Nah, nothing important. Don't worry about it.
Oh. Father!
Ah, Joshua. I'm surprised to see you here, Dad. I thought you said over the phone you wouldn't be able to attend because you were so swamped. Oh, swamped is an understatement. Transporting goods needed to get the country back in order. Making sure every area has all the utilities it needs. I'm drowning in work. It's going to take a while longer before we can say liberal is back to normal. Too, I fear. Come to think of it, Estelle and I certainly didn't expect to find soldiers even in liberal's smaller villages. So it threw us off to see as much while we were helping out where we could. Doesn't come as a surprise if you're the one responsible though. It should go a long way toward helping people feel at ease. It's times like these when we've got to do all we can for one another. The army's no different. Therabonia and Calvar's internal political situation's a mystery to us. The reorganization of the army has had to be shelved for now too. Still, no matter how busy a man is, everyone needs to kick back in a while. So make sure you make the most of tonight, Joshua. I think you need to kick back more than I do, Dad. Estelle's been pretty worried about you, you know. There's no need to worry about me. I'm hanging in there. In fact, I'd say I'm taking it too easy. You sure about that?
Oh, it's you.
It's nice to be able to attend a banquet like this. It truly drives home the point that this nation is back at peace again. The trouble regarding the Liberal Arc and subsequent restoration efforts have really shown me anew how capable a ruler Queen Alicia is. She's handled all that's happened impeccably. If all this had happened in the Republic, it wouldn't have been resolved anywhere near as smoothly, let me tell you. How's it going, Joshua? Hello, Zen. Thanks again for all the help you've been giving with the restoration efforts. I don't know what we would have done without you. Hey, think nothing of it. That's all part of being a bracer, really. Can't say how much longer I'll be able to lend a helping hand, though. Gotta pack up and head back home at some point. The political situation isn't exactly stable over there, you see.
Oh, Hilda.
Why, hello, Joshua. Tonight's party is hosted by Her Majesty in all her grace, so I do hope you'll enjoy yourself.
Oh!
Oh my. You're always welcome back to the castle anytime.
I'd be more than happy to help you get dolled up for the occasion, too.
I'm never wearing a maid outfit again, just so you know. You never know. The Trails in the Sky sequels. Now that everything's back to normal, it feels like all that happened that day was some sort of dream. I certainly rather believe it was. Seeing the castle gates fall and those scary people charging through was like a nightmare. I thought I was going to faint at the sight of it all. Wait a minute. I just realized. Doesn't that mean that very soon we're going to see 3D made Joshua? Like, that's going to still happen, right? If you would, Your Highness, accommodate in celebration of the fact that the crisis is past now. This is nothing too horrible, alright? I prefer something that brings out your bright and cheery nature. What? You'd like me to give a comment? Oh, well, let's see. Looks like she's being interviewed at the moment. I should leave her be for now. What up, Queen Alicia? Good evening, Your Majesty. Thank you very much for inviting me today.
Oh, not at all. I'm pleased to see you've come. I've been eagerly awaiting the day we can meet again. I hear you and Estelle have been traveling and helping with the restoration efforts.
That's correct. We both wanted to see how things were across the kingdom with our own eyes. I'm glad we did too, because now I can finally breathe a sigh of relief. People really are strong.
That they are. I have been queen for over 40 years, and the strength of liberal citizens continues to amaze me to this day. There are plenty who like to credit either my abilities as a ruler or orbital technology for this tiny nation's good fortune. But we would be nothing without its people. I wasn't the one who allowed us to overcome the recent crisis, or the war 10 years ago, and neither was orbital technology. No, I believe it was the will of its people to live. That's what I believe supports our country both then and now.
People's will to live.
Indeed. You were gracious enough to call this country your second home, Joshua. From now on, your will to live will be another great support for this nation. As its queen, that makes me happier than you can imagine.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Your words mean a lot to me.
Scree, scree! Well, well, Sieg, it's good to see you. Scree!
After all he did, I say he deserves a good party as much as any human.
Oh.
If it isn't Joshua, I was just discussing the aftermath of the crisis here with Major Vander. Fortunately, the Liberarch's collapse caused little direct damage by itself. That may not have been the case if there had been any ships in the lake at the time, but due in part to the orbital shutdown phenomenon, none were. The tsunami afterward was quite small, too. I'd say we were rather fortunate. Estelle and I were able to see as much when we were traveling around the lake shore. A few people who were watching the city collapse were caught up in it, and a small number of fishermen were splashed with water, but that's about it. Indeed. If anything, the much greater problem was the confusion that came about as a result of losing orbital power. Liberal is, after all, one of the most advanced nations on the continent when it comes to orbital technology. Ordinarily, that is one of our greatest strengths, but in this case it worked against us. The crisis has now passed, but that doesn't mean our work is done. We still have plenty ahead of us to take care of. The confusion created on Erebonia's southern edge as a result of the orbital shutdown phenomenon calmed itself down rather quickly. But over in Erebonia, no more is being reported about the city than that it was a mysterious floating object. Either the central government is still in confusion, and that's why it isn't releasing any more information, or... conspiracies. Liberals' abundance of orbital tech ended up working against it this time, regrettably. The crisis is now past, but that doesn't mean our work is done. Yes, indeed. Alright.
Ah, just the man, just the man.
Pardon?
Oh, is this the boy you were speaking of earlier? That's correct. This is Joshua. I was just telling the ambassador here about your various accomplishments, Joshua. It's an honor to finally meet you. I'm the resident Erebonian ambassador here in Liberal, Davil Greynag. However, I pronounce my own last name.
It's nice to meet you.
The tale of how you flew on top of that flying city, all while knowing it may be the last thing you did, brought tears to my eyes. How you were able to participate in an operation that may have brought your death, casting aside even your girlfriend's objections. I don't know. But I know this. Liberal needs more young men and women like you. Thank you for saying so, sir. Just what has the Duke been telling him?
I feel like the story has been a little bit embellished. What are your thoughts on the dynamics between the Empire and Republic and Liberal being thrown between them? I need to know more about the Republic and the Empire, and I'm sure in future games we'll probably head over and explore them and get to know more about them, but as it stands now, I kind of see them as being intriguing plot points in order to drive more political intrigue within the series, which is something that I personally look for whenever I check out anything, like any sort of media. So I'm glad of their inclusion, and I can already see certain setups to particular plot points that may appear in future stories, but outside of that, yeah. I don't know. I didn't study political science, so I can't really give a good take there. I am just more interested to see how it goes.
But all was well that ended well, for by miraculous chance the two were able to reunite. Good evening to you. Thank you so much for making the time to attend tonight's banquet.
Oh, not at all. How are you feeling now after having some time to recover, Philip?
I'm feeling quite well. You're too kind. I do believe I may have overexerted myself. That's how things are once you've reached a certain age. I find myself wondering whether I would have been able to do more if I were 30 years younger. But I suppose there's little point in doing so.
I wonder what he looked like 30 years ago. Nope. Sorry, Philip. I just can't picture it. I might be forgetting something, but wasn't Philip kind of a badass in the past? Like, it was implied so, I believe, back when Gransel Castle got stormed and Philip had to face off against the enemy. Reminds me of the US and China, and them constantly trying to get more global power, especially for someone in Southeast Asia. I could see that. I mean, as somebody who's also in Southeast Asia, yeah. Definitely, the perspective there is definitely quite fitting. Except, a little more wholesome in this game than it is in reality. Phillips was him, captain of the Royal Guard, position that Julia holds. So yeah, he had to have been a badass. It's implied that the enforcers had to try a little bit to get past him. A little bit. But then again, they are enforcers, and Philip is very far along in his age, so.
Miss Maid, I need some food.
Damn. Oh, hey. Kevin? I wasn't expecting you to still be in Liberal. Ah, sup? You're invited too, huh? Makes sense. So, having fun? You better be. Take it from me. If you don't make the most of times like these and eat your heart out, you're gonna regret it later. Thank you very much for all you did for me, Kevin. If you hadn't come to Liberal when you did, don't sweat it. Not like I did anything special. Glad to see all the side effects look about gone, too. You're looking spiffy these days, Joshua. So yeah, just forget about owing me or whatever. It's all in the past now. I'm not sure if I should ask this, but are you... Joshua, I'm not going to be Liberal for much longer, so this might be the last time we meet for a while. But I hope we'll get the chance to see each other again one day. Yeah, I hope so too. Are you the protagonist of the third game? Right! Next up, I need to give that guest their drink. But what did I need to do after that? Probably give Dorothy her food? Man, this is one hell of a party. I normally work as a chef over at Sanctime Gate, but I was called over here to help. It's a real huge honor to be able to help out at an occasion this spectacular. I doubt I'll ever get an opportunity like this again. When the two edgy boys meet. Nobody can ever truly say what's on their mind.
Holding a party like this makes it feel like peace has finally returned to the castle. It certainly hasn't felt like that in the days leading up to it. We were all busy clearing things up until a few days ago.
It was an honor to be able to put my skills to the test making tonight's many dishes. I do hope they will be to your satisfaction. Please have your fill. It's good to see you again, Elnan. I heard you here as the Bracer Guild's representative today. Is that true? Indeed. All the other receptionists are busy, you see. I was the only one able to attend. That's too bad. Isn't it, though? This would have been a fine time for us to exchange information. But oh well. There's always tomorrow, as they say. Greetings, Joshua. You've done some fine work these past couple of weeks. The damage reports on the regions and liberal you've been providing here have proved invaluable in allocating personnel. I really can't thank you enough. Oh, you needn't thank me. By the way, Kurt, I feel like I need to say something regarding my Bracer badge. As you probably already know, what power I have was given to me by the Society. Before becoming a Bracer, I used it to commit many unforgivable crimes too. No matter how much I think about it, I just can't see how someone like me is fit to call himself a Bracer. You know, Joshua, I've always seen power as an imperfect concept, and that's why I believe people are able to use it. Am I wrong? No, I suppose not. Then what difference is there between us? We are both keenly aware of our flaws, and yet we both use what limited power we have to do what we believe to be right. I see no difference. Well, I can't really argue with that logic. I still can't pretend to be completely confident in myself, though. Be that as it may, that's nothing to be ashamed of. You should simply continue striving to overcome it. And while this is but my personal opinion, I'd say you're a model Bracer.
Wow! I didn't know Josette was from the nobility. I always pictured Erebonian nobles as being real stuffy and scary. But maybe there are a few cute ones mixed in there.
Oh god. Guys, you gotta go settle that fight. Hey, Joshua. I didn't expect to see you guys here. You were invited then? Sure was. An invitation just showed up out of nowhere. You can imagine our surprise when we saw the thing. No way we were turned out some high-class grub though, so we hurried on over. That's very like you. Not gonna deny it. That aside, thanks to Her Majesty pardoning us, we're now free to walk around in the open. Feels like we should start thinking about how to make a good, honest living for ourselves. That's not the first time you've said that. Something about wanting to start up a courier service, right? Roger that, Tinkerlin. Have a good night's rest. Well, maybe, but that's not the only thing we could try out. Whatever we settle on, it should involve flying the skies. That's how we've lived so far, and I don't want to change now. Fair enough.
I swear, it's like watching two children squabble. It's great that we're peaceful again and all, but I think these two are taking things a little too easy.
After all the work we've been doing lately, it's great to be able to come to a swanky place like this and put our feet up. The food's pretty good too. Munch. Could you two stop fighting? Unfortunately, no. Alright, actually, before I get into this, quick bathroom break, my dudes. Be right back. I returned. Oh, man. Getting used to the retainers is taking a long time. I don't think I'll ever get used to them. Just having them in makes my lips just incredibly dry. All I can do to substitute is just drink a lot of water, but yeah. Honestly, maybe when I stream, I might not just might not wear the retainers. That might make things a little easier. Anyways, we're back. Alright, let's do this. Ha! I figured that'd be the case. Looks like I'm the most fit to be at this party after all. Because I've been to plenty of high society gatherings wearing poofy dresses. Hey, don't make it sound like I've never worn a dress before. Because I have, for your information. I just don't need to go around trying to convince everyone that I'm not a boy, unlike some people I can name. Try saying I look like a boy again and see what happens. Look, you two, I appreciate that you have your differences, but we're kind of in a really public, really high-class place here. So could you take this fight somewhere else? Shut up, Joshua! Oh, wow. Sorry. Alright, well, shit. Damn right I can. You're on. Just don't cry when you realize you can't actually beat me, though. Okay then, have it your way. How about you and me settle this with an honorable duel? Think you could handle it? Oh my god. The fight to the death. Okay. I think that's about everyone now. There were a few people I didn't get to talk to, though, so hopefully I can make another round of the party later once they're free. Oh, here we go. Come on, Dorothy. We're talking to the military guys next. Get a move on, woman. We haven't got all day. I don't feel too good. My stomach feels like a giant bottle of water. That's what happens when you drink your way too much in a short period of time, you idiot. But never mind that. We've got work to do. Okay. Joshua? Oh yeah, Estelle's 100% gonna destroy her. Especially with how weak Josette's kit is. Like, even if she calls in the Bobcat, it's not really gonna do much. Hey, Chloe. Finally got a bit of a break? It must be exhausting having to do one interview after another. Well, I suppose it is a little. Not too bad, though. I've had to do a lot more of them ever since becoming Crown Princess, so I'm starting to get used to them. I can believe it. It feels like I've been seeing your face in all kinds of papers and magazines lately. I think anyone would learn to adjust after a while. Well, you know. It probably won't be too long before it starts to die down, so just hang in there. All you can really do is grin and bear it until then, unfortunately. I can't imagine the pressure you would feel being born into a royal family. And I'm glad that I wasn't. Estelle has shown that she can parry bullets with her staff against Dalmor. Yeah, unfortunately, the bullets ain't gonna do very much to Estelle. Even if they hit her, I don't think they would do a whole lot of damage either. Dorothy abuse, I will not stand for it. It kind of is, but also Dorothy put this on herself, so... who's at fault here, really? Yes, I know. That's exactly what I intend to do, too. I swore to myself that I would do all I could to help and protect this country's people. Accepting a few interviews here and there is the easy part. Well, if you say so. You really are strong. I'm not so sure about that. I still feel as if I'm doubting myself a lot of the time. Like, I just have to keep going out of my comfort zone, feeling reckless with every push. Maybe so. Still doesn't change the fact that you're strong. Not to me, anyway. I remember the strength you showed trying to protect Clem when we first met, too. Thank you. I nearly forgot all about that. Maybe now would be the best time after all. Something on your mind, Chloe? Could I have a little of your time, Joshua? I've got something I want to say to you. Sure? Okay. This way, then. Is it just me, or does she seem kind of bothered by something? Where's Estelle right now, anyway?
Chop munch, munch chew. I got stomachs to spare.
Oh, she's picking up her pace. This could get interesting.
Whose side are you on anyway?
I guess I can just leave her as she is for now. She seems pretty occupied. I should go and see what Chloe wants then. Have I done something to make her angry though? I don't feel like I have. Damn. Poor Joshua and his anime protagonist syndrome. A food duel is probably the only duel that Josette might have a chance of beating Estelle at, but even then I think Estelle would wipe the floor clean with her. Now Estelle versus Riaz though. That is a match I want to see. So, Chloe, what was it that you wanted to tell me? Look, if I've done something to offend you, I'm sorry, alright? I love you, Joshua.
Nani?
Well. What the?
Shut up, Gecko. It's an emotional moment right now.
I'm sorry. I'm happy you feel that way, but... Don't worry. I knew exactly how you were going to respond before I said anything. I just felt like I had to get that out before I could really start moving on. The sky sure is beautiful tonight, isn't it? How long have you... well, felt that way? Say, Joshua? If you had met me before Estelle, do you think you would have... well...
No. Joshua! No!
Oh my god. I'm sorry, like, Estelle is great,
But like, come on, dude. Chloe? 100% you would. Nah. Well, Joshua, maybe not. I 100% would. I know plenty of people in chat who 100% would. Like, goddamn, dude. This hurts me on the same level as Subaru being like, well, I still love Amelia though. No! Oh. You might say honesty is the best policy. I'm being honest. If I met her before Estelle, I 100% would. That is my honesty. And I can respect Joshua for being completely honest. And it makes a whole lot of sense that, yeah, he wouldn't be the person that he is without Estelle. But goddamn, it still hurts me. It's kind of right. Estelle saved him, but we couldn't bring him out of the depths of his despair. Yeah. For Joshua specifically. And then Subaru plagiarizing her confession speech. Yeah. Yikes. Yikers, bro. Nah, I'm pretty sure that never would have happened. Sorry.
I told you, don't worry. I can't deny there's a part of me that wants to keep you all to myself. But even if that were possible, I don't think it would be what I truly wanted. Because when it comes down to it, I really love both you and Estelle. That's partly why I wanted to see that troubled face of yours one last time. It was worth the effort to bring out, too. That was probably the best expression I've seen to date.
You can be kind of a bully sometimes, you know that?
Maybe. This feels like the most fun I've had in some time. So, what's on your mind, Joshua?
Nani?
I can easily tell you're worried about something. My instincts are quite sharp, or so I'd like to believe. Besides, I was watching you the whole time I was handling that interview earlier.
How exactly am I supposed to take that?
Still, you're hiding something, aren't you? Are you planning on doing something all on your own again?
Your instincts are sharp, alright. It still surprises me from time to time, too, but you're definitely up there.
Well, that's just how us girls are. So come on, tell me what's troubling you.
Not all girls.
It's nothing that major, really.
I intend to lead Liberal by the end of the month.
But why? The country is finally at peace now.
That's exactly why I think this is the right time. Ouroboros seems to have completely withdrawn from the country, and the restoration efforts are coming along smoothly. So maybe it's about time for me to leave on a journey of my own. It's taken me a long time to get this far, but I've finally been able to start thinking of myself as a person, and not some kind of broken doll. I was finally able to achieve the very thing everyone wanted for me. That's been both a good thing and a bad thing. Good in that I finally feel human, and bad in that my heart's been aching in a way it never did before. Broken dolls can easily look away from all the terrible things they've done, but I can't do that anymore.
Oh.
That's why I need to go on this journey around the continent, so I can work towards atoning for all that I've done. So I can start embracing the person I now am, in the truest sense of the word.
I see. But if you do that, that means you won't be able to see Estelle for a while.
Yeah, I know. It might not even be for a while. It could be a long time. I'm still not sure how to break that to her either. That's the part that's on my mind right now.
You've still got a lot of growing up to do, young man.
Huh?
If you ask me, you should just tell her in the way that comes most naturally to you. You don't have to write some big speech in your head in advance. Speak to her from your heart. You believe in her, don't you? No matter how you phrase it, she'll understand. All you have to do is get those words out there. You owe that much to her if you love her. You know that, right? Yeah, I do. I really am hopeless, aren't I? You shouldn't have to tell me something that obvious. You wouldn't be you if I didn't have to tell you. You're not you. Here, have a Snickers.
Just random product placement in my Children in the Sky game? No!
Plus, that kind of thing's part of why I love you too. Please stop teasing me.
Tee.
Just remember, it'll be okay. If anyone knows you, it's Estelle. Although, if you ask me, she'll...
Joshua! Where are you? Oh, there you are. Look at these. They're Josette's goggles. I took them from her as spoils of war.
I'm glad you were having fun, Estelle. Make sure you give those back to Josette later, okay?
Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Tune in to next week's issue to find out.
Wait. Hold on. Chloe? I suppose it's about time I return to the banquet now. You can have Joshua back now, Estelle.
Sure?
Hey, Chloe?
So, I'm not sure how to best put this either, but...
Thanks. I'm glad I was able to talk to you like this.
Really, I am.
Oh. You're very welcome. Well then, I wish you both a very pleasant night.
The heck? So, Joshua, what did you two, talk about?
Nothing much. She just gave me a bit of much-needed motivation.
Oh, really? That sure clears things up.
It's been 5 years that Estelle's believed in me for every single one. And I believe in her too.
Ah, no it doesn't. What motivation?
Estelle? I've got something I need to tell you. I'm breaking off with you. I'm going to marry Chloe.
I'm all ears.
What's up?
Well, you see... Fireworks. Oh.
What did the Japanese say again? Tamaya! Kaguya! Or whatever it was. If I recall... Oh, wow, fireworks! They're so pretty!
There's so many of them too.
Hey, that's a good way of looking at it, pun. I agree.
You see, Estelle.
I need to go and become a hobo again. I can make lunch now. Hell yeah. Alright. Now get out of the party, Joshua. Wait, how many doors do we have? 2, 3, 3. That adds up to 8 doors. I could totally hear that song in Castle Oblivion. Anyways. Vander!
Do it!
Do it! Just do it! Ooh, we have a mind 3. Hold up a minute. Take this, Chloe. We could probably make an HP2 for you. Sure. Voila. Would you ever play Castlevania? I wouldn't be opposed to it. If I ever did do the Castlevania games, I'd also probably do like the lore for the Castlevania games in my videos too. And I'm sure Cashew would be incredibly happy if I ever did that. That being said, got a lot of my backlog, so not sure when or if that would ever happen. There are remakes of the first few? Yeah, I'll have to talk to Cashew if I ever do get into that to see where we would start, ideally. Well, this should take us to the third plane. Funny how this warp ended up being in the exact spot that device to seal the aureole was in the real world. Device? Are you referring to the first barrier mentioned in that report? Yeah, the one designed to temporarily freeze it in another dimensional space. Although, unfortunately for the guys who pulled it off, it looks like even that wasn't enough to stop the Gospels being able to influence it. I see. We still don't know what happened to the aureole either. Many seem to believe that the Liber Arc's collapse means that the aureole itself is no more. But there's no way to say for sure. I fear Professor Weissman may be the only one who knows the truth about exactly what happened. Although, I don't have the faintest idea where he could be now, or what he's doing there. What? But the report said quite clearly. No one in the church is sure what happened to him either. It's still being looked into. Still, I think it's fairly safe to say that Weissman isn't involved in what's happening right here. If he were, I'm sure he'd be openly revealing. I'm sure he would be very revealing. I'm sure he'd be openly reveling every single second of this. You all know what kind of guy he is. That's true. He doesn't have anything to gain by wearing a mask like that, I suppose. We've got way too many unanswered questions at this point. All we can do is keep looking for answers. The less we know, the more we have to be on guard, though. So we'd best be careful. Right, Riaz? I suppose so. Yeah, totally. Weissman is 100% gonna show up again. Right, Kevin? I'm remembering this correctly, right? Wasn't it Kevin that absolutely murked Weissman with like an arrow from the sea of salt or whatever? Spend a whole game in disguise? That doesn't track. I think Kevin's deflecting though. There's the door about that? Okay, cool. I'd love to learn more about what that was. And about Kevin's past, too. Won't spoil the details? Thank you very much. I am still blind to the rest of this game, so would love to experience it that way.
Where are we now?
Something similar to the Jade Corridor by the look of it.
Kevin, over there.
The Golden and Silver Roads. A golden and silver gate. Well, this is foreboding. Again? Who is that?
Oh, the ghost we saw in Gransel.
Chloe, do you recognize this person?
Visitors from afar, bearers of the Grail emblem. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Before you stands the entrances to the twin corridors. Proceed through them both in sync, or never shall you reach the dark depths beyond.
What does that mean?
I entrust their operation to the monument before you. Step forth into the corridors, the power of the Grail with you, and move onward. But beware. Once you have stepped through the doors, the trial must be completed. Oh.
Well, that's one question answered. That voice you've been hearing all this time was hers. Although now the next question is, who is she anyway?
Whoever she is, she gave us some valuable advice on how to proceed. Step forth into the corridors, the power of the Grail with you, and move onward.
And I say we take her up on that advice. Moving in sync means we're gonna have to split up though. Or more like Rias and I have to each take a door at the same time, while you guys tag along with whoever.
That's how I took it too. If we don't do it the way she said, I doubt we'll be able to advance.
They sure aren't making it easy for us, huh? That being the case, we're gonna have to divide ourselves in half to ensure no one goes alone. That still doesn't make much of a team against any impending danger, but it's what we'll have to work with.
Why not ask the rest back in the garden to help us? That way we can form 2 groups of 4, and that should hopefully be good enough for any challenge up ahead. But that voice said that Kevin and I needed to be the ones who stepped through the gates.
Sure, but that's all she specified. That you and me needed to go through different ones. She didn't say anything about what these guys have to do. Plus there's no telling what's waiting for us on the other side. We could use their help.
Alright then. Thank you. I'll be more than happy to help. So what should we do? Should we call everyone here right away?
Even if we did, I wouldn't blame them if they wanted some time to prep before heading out. Especially since I've got a hunch that once we go in those gates, there's no going back out. So instead of calling them here, let's go back to them. Then we'll all come here once we feel up to the challenge. The dungeon on this plane requires you to form 2 parties with Kevin and Rias as their leaders in order to advance. Each of the characters you have at this point will need to be placed in one of these parties. Furthermore, after beginning the dungeon, you won't be able to return to the garden until it is complete. To begin exploring, inspect the monument at the start of the 3rd plane and choose Explore 3rd Plane. Whew. I see. Okay. We do some better gear here for everybody. I could sell some of the water sepet that we have in order to start gearing everybody up.
It's way more expensive, I see. Splitting the party is always a good choice? Exactly. Also, welcome to the stream, somebody. More money. Alright. There we go. Hopefully this should be enough. Buy one of these. Wait. A bowgun designed for solo warriors excels at firing fast. A sword dedicated to the church sounds like song when swung. Knives that blend into shadows, used for stealth ops. The latest high-powered orbital gun from the Verney Company. A high-quality Imperial longsword that doesn't chip easily. I would probably give this one to Julio for now. A two-handed sword favored by the military, crude but strong. A next-generation ZCF product that builds on the G-series. Hell yeah. This raises Rias's by a significant amount, as well as Chloe's. I might buy a few of these. I'll buy 4. This one's a pretty big boost to basically everybody. I'll buy 4. Wait, prevents death blow. Faint, death blow, and poison. Probably gonna want a few of these. And for healing items... Roger that, somebody. I'm glad that you got through the entire game. Hopefully you enjoyed your time there, playing it. Alright. What's the bestia coat? This does give 100 more defense, but not the greatest thing ever. This is a massive boost, however. Holy choir. $90. This also gives agility plus 10. So I'm inclined to keep those on you. Yo, what's up, Leo? How's Trails 3 been so far compared to the first two? Very intriguing, actually. The thing with Trails 3 is that it's basically a dungeon crawler, as opposed to the other Trails, which were more like RPGs, JRPG style, the usual style. But there's a lot of interesting story bits here that wouldn't be explored otherwise. So depending on how invested you are in the characters, this might be really cool for you, or it might just be better to watch like a lore video on this one. I'm still enjoying it though. This one gives ATS, so yeah, this is 100% for you. This one, however, is a pretty big boost. Yeah. This game is very different from all the other ones. I don't know if you know anything about Kingdom Hearts, but this is basically like... Oh god, what was the Castle Oblivion one called? It's not Birth by Sleep, no. Chain of Memories. That's what it was. It's that kind of similar shift in gameplay, not that drastically from like action to a card builder. But, yeah. Just a shift in direction. Planning on playing the remake or just going into the next trails after? I'll probably go into the next trails after, and I'll watch other people play through the remake. Ideally, maybe watch you play through it, if you're ever interested. No, I wanted to change everybody else's current equipment. So with a team of 4, let's try to balance this out. We have Kevin as our caster. We could have Mueller be a frontliner for this particular team. The Mueller, Julia, and another long-range attacker. We should probably get Tito over to the other team. So I suppose we have Josette here. And then we have Riaz, Chloe, Joshua, and Tita. Chloe and Discount Chloe should go in different teams. Yeah, exactly. Alright. On my stream list for this fall? Roger. I'll be there day 1. This is a big improvement. That one's 300. This one's 500. Sure. I mean, you're kind of a frontliner. So is Julia, though. I suppose I could just buy another one. That being said... You're a frontliner. Save myself some money. I might come to regret that later on. Juggernaut. Alright. I mean, we have them, we might as well use them. Fill up any slots. Ooh. Survival vest for Tito, 100%. Oh. I didn't notice that, actually. Thanks for pointing that out. Interesting. It's just Chloe. I do have two more boosts to give out, so give them to the frontliners. Yeah, alright. When it comes to ornaments, I think we're doing fine. Did I equip Tita with a new gun, though? No, I didn't. New gun for Tita. New gun for Josette. New sword for Julia. Yep, alright. That is everybody fully ready and fully equipped. And now... I wonder if I should still have people on support. I think if I come down here and then hit, like, explore the third plane, it should probably bring up a menu to separate people into 2 parties. At least that's what I'm thinking is going to happen here. which means that this is probably the best place for me to call it here for today. And then next time we can spend the rest of the stream going through both of these paths and seeing what new and exciting challenges we must face. But alright, my dudes. That's going to do it for today's Trails in the Sky stream. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Hope you guys enjoyed your time here. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Catch you guys next week for some more Trails in the Sky the 3rd. Later, dudes.